Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. Today we're going to talk about the market that's taking yet another big hit. This is in large part due to some news that came out today regarding Google banning cryptocurrency ads. And we also have some news as far as the US Congress hearing. I'm going to go over that in more detail in just a second. And you also have to realize that the market has been pretty weak. We've been in this consolidation phase. The market definitely took a bearish tone over the past few weeks, and people are very quick right now to hit that sell button. So as soon as there's anything that could scare off the market a bit, we take a pretty big drop every time, and that is likely to continue until we exit this phase. Previously, when cryptos were bullish, of course, anything that was slightly positive would shoot cryptocurrencies higher. Unfortunately, now things have turned in a different direction. We will go over our normal technical analysis. We're going to talk about how low are we likely to go here in the short term, what's going on, and otherwise for the general market, as you can see, a lot of cryptocurrencies down, anywhere from 10 to 20% for the most part. Make sure to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates, and don't forget to check out my premium content where you can find monthly cryptocurrency buying opportunities as well as 5 high return cryptocurrencies. Link to that in the description of this video, and let's get started with the news roundup for today. So Google said that they are going to ban all cryptocurrency related ads in June 2018, and of course Facebook already took step towards that. Previously, we're moving in a direction where a lot of these big advertisers are completely cutting off any type of crypto related advertisement. Now some people see this as a good thing, preventing shady ICOs from getting promotion, but overall I think that this could definitely be bad for the general market because it is removing investment, right? And it is removing good opportunities out there for crypto companies to promote themselves. So this is definitely not the type of stuff that you want to see, right? And I think it definitely does stunt innovation and growth in the space. Another bit of news is that we had the US Congress hearing today, and there was both bullish and bearish arguments made on both sides. One lawmaker was pretty bearish on the whole thing, calling cryptocurrencies a crock. And really, I'd say the real thing that was maybe bearish throughout all of this was a lot of attention that was drawn on ICOs. This isn't really anything new, but it definitely looks like in 2018 we're going to be seeing more and more regulations as far as ICOs specifically, maybe considering them as securities, a lot of them. And definitely we're going to be moving towards a more regulated area, which once again scares off the market currently and also could prevent a certain amount of growth in the future. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. And with that being said, let's jump right into the technical analysis side of things, starting off with Bitcoin. We are now back into this short-term downtrend over here, the red line, and we're finding support off that $8,000 mark. Like I said, it was pretty likely that we're going to come back and test this level. And for now, we're still in our symmetrical triangle formation between our downtrend line and our uptrend line, the two pink trend lines right here. I'd say that's likely to continue until we reach the end of the formation, but we could see a little bit more of a drop here if the market continues to remain weak, and we could get maybe a bounce off the uptrend line. We definitely don't want to lose this uptrend line for now, and right now I'd say we're about 50-50 on the chance of either going bullish or bearish. We're just going to have to see which side we break out of once we reach the end of this formation right here. If we're going to break towards the upside or downside, that's what's going to set the trend for Bitcoin and most likely the rest of the market. But for now, indicators definitely taking a hit, and we're moving back towards this $8,000 mark, which was expected, and we're likely going to hang around this area until we reach the end of the formation. Now let's go over to Ethereum, see what Ethereum has been up to. It looks like we're moving back towards $600. That is something that I did mention was likely. And once again, we do have some support at $600, which is good. But unfortunately, our next major support is basically all the way down to $500. And at this point, I'd say there's a pretty high chance that we come back and test that level. Hopefully, we won't drop any lower than that. Now, what I expect here in the very short term is maybe we might stabilize a bit, come back towards the downtrend line, but I think we're definitely going to be coming towards the end of this formation right here, and then either breaking below $500 or breaking out of the downtrend line. As for the indicators, we took another big hit. We're now in the oversold bearish area under 30 on the RSI. So we'll be looking for a move above that for a bullish signal. But for now, we just entered it, so it could last quite some time. Moving over to Litecoin, we are back in our symmetrical triangle formation here. Our next support level is at $145. We're in this range currently between $145 and $165. I'd say that's likely to continue until we reach the end of our formation, which is actually pretty soon, and then we're either going to break out of the downtrend or lose the uptrend. And this is, a longer-term uptrend support, so we definitely don't want to drop below that, but we should be knowing here within the next week or so which direction we're going to be moving in, and this will be very telling for the rest of the market as well. So I definitely keep an eye on Litecoin here for telling us what's going to happen next. Nano has pulled back a bit more. We are still trading in this channel between our two downtrend lines, as you can see. We're currently finding support off our previous downtrend line, and we could see, a pretty harsh dip, but at this point I think we're probably going to trickle back down to 100,000 Satoshis, and then it'll be a matter of seeing if we're going to get a bounce off that or if we're going to drop even lower. 100,000 Satoshis is very key for Nano right now. I think that if we do drop below it, we're going to fall, pretty severely, maybe back to 50,000 Satoshis relatively quickly. And of course, if we're able to avoid that, it'll avoid a lot of, further downside movement. Now, let's go over to Ripple, and Ripple probably wasn't able to avoid any of this. So let's see, Ripple is moving back towards 65 cents. I would not be surprised to see a dip below that here, seeing how the market is getting weaker. For now, we still are above that, so maybe we can get a bounce, but I wouldn't be surprised over the next week or two to see Ripple move back down to at least 50 cents. And if we go below that, I think we're going to be going all the way down to 30 cents, which was our breakout area initially that started this whole bull run in the first place. So we'll have basically removed all these gains that we made, which is pretty sad, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next crypto. That's going to be Stellar Lumens. Let's see what Stellar has been up to. We just broke below 3,000 Satoshis. We still have some support based on previous candlesticks over here, all the way up until around 2,700 Satoshis. A little bit of support near 2,500 Satoshis, but next big support level is basically all the way down to 2,000 Satoshis. So unless we get some kind of quick bounce above 3,000 Satoshis, we're really set up to start moving towards 2,000 Satoshis, which will be yet another big drop. Yeah, I mean, we should be trickling down to that level, bouncing off the downtrend line here over the next week or two. Now, let's go over and take a look at Vertcoin. Wouldn't be surprised to see Vertcoin taking a pretty big hit here as well. And it looks like we just dropped back under this short-term downtrend line. Indicators taking another hit. We flipped under the 30 line on the RSI. And I'm expecting a test of $1.54 here very shortly. Now we should be able to get a bounce off that level. We definitely don't want to start moving below that, because then we'll probably enter this really drawn out consolidation. But testing $1.54 seems very likely for the time being. We still have to see how it acts around that level. Let's take a look at our next crypto, which is going to be Lisk. And I just wanted to mention that, keep in mind, Bitcoin is still in its symmetrical triangle formation, and at the end of the day, that's really the one cryptocurrency that you can count on as far as telling us what's next. So Bitcoin will be the cryptocurrency to really tell us where we're going to be heading in the future. Now, Lisk has just dropped below $12.15. This was something that was coming, especially considering that we were really not able to move towards the upside. We're probably going to move back towards $10, might get a little bounce there, but I think we're going to go back and start consolidating at around $8. We are fully in our downtrend still on the indicators, and we dipped below the 30 line on the RSI. So further confirming bullish movement. Let's move over to Cardano now, see what Cardano has been up to. It looks like Cardano attempted to break out of the downtrend line. We're now moving a bit lower, still under the 30 line on the RSI. And we'll see if maybe we can horizontally break out of the downtrend line, get some consolidation here between 2,000 and 2,500. But seeing how the market is getting weak, I'd be pretty inclined to say that we're going to be moving closer to 2,000 Satoshis and could definitely see a drop below that. The one good thing is that the Bollinger Bands are starting to flatten out a bit, so that could avoid, any major price drop, which would be good because we've already taken a pretty big hit here for Cardano. Now let's jump over to our last cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update. That's going to be IOTA. And IOTA just dropped below $1.13. That means that we're probably going to be moving back towards $1. I'll go ahead and put in that support level right there. And if we drop below $1, which I think we're definitely going to test at least at this point, we're probably going to go back down, into the cent range. And the next big support level there is actually all the way down to 35 cents. So we'll have to see if we end up going that low, but we're definitely going to be moving, closer to 50 cents once we drop it below $1, which is seeming like a real possibility right now. And we only have really one last chance to avoid that and get a bounce. Indicators took a massive hit, all downtrending, RSI back below the 30 line, and Bollinger Bands expanding, which is going to be leaving room for the price to drop even further. With that being said, everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.